This is Fan Formula on the 26th of August. I have gone bald in comparison to other videos. It's a bit cold up top, but anyway, let's get on with the questions. Question 1: Spa is back on the track, back on the calendar until 2015. Do you think this is a positive thing for Formula 1, or do you think it will prevent other circuits from featuring in the championship? Well, they keep trying to make new circuits, but none of them will ever be like Spa. All of them are, like, frankly, they're all shit, all the new ones. Abu Dhabi is boring as hell. India didn't exactly go off, it went off like a damaged squid. Of all the new ones that have joined, we don't know what Austin's like, granted, but of all the new ones that have joined, Turkey's been the only good one. So, stop bringing in new tracks. See how the Circuit of the Americas go, because it looks like it will be good. Scrap Korea, scrap India, scrap Abu Dhabi. And just leave. I'd be happy to go just to have Spa on the calendar twice, sort of reverse it, race it backwards on the second outing. It's not going to prevent other circuits from joining the championship because, well, Spa's almost a bit like Monaco these days, in the fact it's got to be on the calendar. I couldn't care less if it's a processional race. The fact is, it's Spa. End of discussion. Now, anyone who wants it gone, to me, I had someone outside my window last night who was a bit drunk, in his Middlesbrough accent, or his northeastern accent, but to be honest, anyone who doesn't want Spa on the circuit is a weak fucking white at me, so I think anyone who doesn't want Spa is a weak fucking white at me. It's not going to stop anyone featuring, because it's just unanimously popular with fans and I think with drivers, and it's given us some classic races. So why try and make a classic when we've already got a classic? You know, why go out and build an E-Type Jag when you can go and find an E-Type Jag? You know. Question 2: which part of the Spa circuit do you enjoy watching and why? Well, I haven't actually been to the track, so I don't know what it'd be like to see it up close. But to be honest, from watching it on telly all my years, there doesn't appear to be a bit I wouldn't enjoy to watch it from anyway. Because there's always the usual bits of Eau Rouge and the Kemmel Straight and the bus stop chicane that everyone would enjoy to be at anyway. But I think the fact is you're at a Formula 1 race, and you know, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you're watching. The fact is you're at a Formula 1 race, you're interacting with the fans. You get to hear the upholy wail of the V8s or whatever engine it is at the time. There's no reason not to enjoy it, unless there's someone really tall stood in front of you and you can't see what's going on, or someone's giving you a lap by lap Twitter update, which you don't need because they're official ones anyway. Question 3: now that we're in the second part of the season, do you think we are likely to see teams like McLaren and Ferrari make team orders, or will they keep both drivers equal until further in the season? Well, at Ferrari, I don't think it's ever entirely been equal, to be honest. I think they've seen. I think Alonso, because of the Santander money, he's indirectly brought. I don't think he's actually asked Santander to sponsor Ferrari. I think it's just because he's there. That's why they're sponsoring Ferrari. I think they're giving him a lot of the attention, and they're giving massive chances, but he keeps messing up the chances. So it's just sort of we'll keep focusing on Alonso. Although I think it was Vicky, I think it said in her fan comment, why keep kicking Russell when he's down. McLaren famously don't like to use team orders. However, if Jenson can't, I cannot stand Lewis Hamilton, especially some of his recent Twitter pictures. He's just proving to me more and more that he's just a world-class knob. They'll keep things even right until the last minute, because there are some tracks where Jenson's style is going to win. I would imagine that Suzuka Jenson's sort of silky smooth 1, 2, 1, 2 would keep the win there. But then again, if Jenson can't close the gap, then there's no point in in helping him, or keep you know, keeping his championship hopes alive, unfortunately, as long as he maximises the constructors. Red Bull, they'll want to keep things relatively even, because Vettel can often, sometimes when Vettel's had a very bad weekend, he suddenly pulls out a dominating performance from nowhere. But at the same time, Mark Webber also seems to perform very well when he's on the back foot. And plus, the Red Bull's not as strong as it is, and Webber is able to get performances out of that car at the moment from further behind. Vettel works well in clean air, and Webber will get the overtaking done. Lotus, I think they'll want to give more attention to Raikkonen, because I think he'll lose interest quicker. I'm not saying he will. He seems to be taking this time around Formula 1 a little more seriously. However, at the same time, you know, if he's going to sort of disappear off back to McLaren or back to Ferrari, or if he might go to Williams or a team that sort of direction of the grid, then you've got to keep him interested. However, I think what Lotus might do, they'll see how quickly they can reel in the points on the driver's side, and if not, just focus on taking the constructors, because that's where the money is. So it would make the most sense to do that. Mercedes, depends on whether Schumacher's staying. Also depends on the track. And apart from that, it'll just after Mercedes, they're still in the top 5, which they are hit and miss. It would be, the only order will be don't take the teammate off, which is the standard order, and at HRT it'll be Carter Kane, get your arse in gear and get moving. The bonus question: of the last 4 winners at the Belgian circuit, Vettel, Hamilton, Raikkonen, and Massa, who do you think will win this year's race, or will somebody else drive the Spa? Well, because of my Williams biases, in a fantasy world, I'd like to see Bruno Senna take his first win for Williams. We'll take the second Williams win of the season, but take his first win at Williams. That would be what I'd like to see in a fantasy world. But that probably will not happen, mostly because I don't think Williams is good enough to do that at this time. The smart money, a lot of people have said in their fan formulas, and have sort of been thinking, because Lotus have tested a double DRS system, they are going to be the ones to watch at Spa. So it would be quite sensible to put a bet on Raikkonen, or possibly even Grosjean, because I think whoever's in front, they'll just aim to lock it out as a 1-2. That's what I would imagine. However, also we've got to beware of Mercedes, because if they do what they did at Monza last year, they geared because in Monza last year they geared the car so it hit top speed in 7th gear before they opened the DRS. So if they do that again, if they keep a very long last gear and can keep accelerating away, they might be with a shot. Plus they've also honed their double DRS a little bit more, so they would be where the smart money. I'd say sort of maybe Lotus. Teams, I would say Lotus, Mercedes, obviously the usual McLaren, Ferrari, and possibly Red Bull. So it's the usual 5, but a slightly different order. But driver, I would probably say Raikkonen Raikkonen or Grosjean are going to be the best bets. And that's the end of this fan formula. Let's go on to some Storm Space stuff. There's that. We're still needing someone to do some voicing for us. The Storm Space for the Where's My Liberty project. Give us a tweet at CWhite90999 or at Storm Space Pro for some information. And we'll get back to you on that. My brother still hasn't edited together that bloody video I asked him to do back in March, but we'll get on to that. He's saying he's been busy with chores over the holiday, and I know what it's like to be at home over the holiday. That probably is quite the case. However, hopefully he'll have it done shortly. I do apologise about the lack of videos from the Storm Space front recently, but I know I'm working 6 days a week. I was off yesterday. I had to phone in sick yesterday, which is the first time I've ever had to do that. I was gonna go to eat breakfast at 5:30 in the morning, and it was back on the floor by 6 o'clock. So couldn't go to work. Unfortunately, we're also facing the chop at work, which is not good. Although it's just really peeing me off because we've been told, we'll help you stay, we'll help you do what we can, we'll do what we can. But we've been told we can't transfer up to the Newcastle office because that's not being run by that recruitment agency. We've been interviewed to go over to mortgages and loans, but the current rumour between us part-timers is all the full-timers have got it. Because we've not received any mortgages and loan training. Apparently, someone who I work with, she asked to go over to another interaction recruitment contract. She was told she couldn't. To which she's responded, well, I'm not under any legal obligation to stay, so I've not signed a contract. And that one's gone suspiciously quiet, so, oh well. Anyway, I better get off. Got things to do. Anyway, should see you for next week's Formula 1. Can't wait for Spa. Can't wait for the Formula 1 next weekend. So we'll see you then.